No, no, no.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to Temple Akiba's Shabbat Shira Friday night service. We're so glad that you're all here. We are celebrating so much tonight. It's Shabbat, it's the beginning of Sukkot, and it is the night before Kieran becomes a bar mitzvah tomorrow, and there's so much to celebrate. My name is Rabbi Zach Shapiro, and I'm here with Cantor Lonnie Freilich, with cantorial intern Liz Baseman, and our fabulous head song leader, Aaliyah Stewart, and we are going to be sharing music and stories and one another as we journey through this Shabbat and Sukkot together. We're glad that you're here. Cantor, do you want to say something about music that we do during services?
Of course. So, you know how much we love to hear you and have you participate with us. And that hasn't stopped just because we are online. We still would love to have you participate in all of the music that we're doing. We have a number of us that are going to be helping to lead the service tonight. Kieran, our bar mitzvah boy, is going to be leading us in a number of our prayers. Our Aaliyah, our song leader, is going to be leading us, as well as our cantorial intern, Liz, as well as myself. And we invite you to sing along with every one of us at home. And we, you know, Rabbi always says that if we can't hear you sing, we want to at least see you embracing the prayers and embracing the music. So swaying or just using your hands, whatever it is, so that we can see you being engaged within this process. We would love that. And as always, even if you don't know the words, just sing la la la, but sing along with us.
Absolutely, and we're going to start with the singing of Ma Yafeh Hayom. How wonderful is this day of Shabbat? Aaliyah, take it away.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Please join in Ma Yafeh Hayom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom. Ma Yafeh Hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you so much, Aaliyah. Kieran, you are the third of three incredible boys in a family who've all become B'nai Mitzvah here at Temple Akiba. We're now going to invite you and your wonderful parents to be present to light our Shabbat candles.
Can you light this, please, honey? Quickly.
All right, Karen, go ahead and light, or Lillian. Dinesh. Okay.
Hi. Honestly, let me get that out of my hair.
Honey.
I got it. Okay, let's see.
There we go.
All right. Okay.
All right, and Kieran, you're going to lead us in the blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav yitzivanu l'chad likner shel Shabbat.
Thank you so much, Karen. You're now going to continue with the Kiddush for Shabbat, and we're going to ask for all who are able to please rise as we share this.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho ba'ahava uvratzon hinkilanu zikaron l'maaseh bereshit kibuyum Tehillah, Lemikra Kodesh, Tehir Litziat Yisrael, Kivanu Becharta, Beotanu Kidashta, Mikol Ha'amim, B'Shabbat Kodecha, Be'ahava Uvrata, Kinchatanu, Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
L'chaim. Karen, that was really nice. In fact, I'm looking in the chat box. Randy, our director of education, said Yashar Koach. And to you and to your wonderful family, that means great going, good job. We're all so proud of you. You just chanted the Kiddush out of a Kiddush cup that you have at home. But we're going to invite someone forward who is going to say, not only on behalf of the congregation, but who has a gift for you so that you're going to have an additional something to offer Kiddush with in the future. So what an honor it is to invite forward Linda Park, who is the president of our sisterhood. And she's first going to speak on behalf of the board, but then she's going to speak on behalf of the sisterhood to Karen. Linda, Shabbat Shalom. Oh, Linda, mute.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's my privilege to be here representing the board of Temple Akiba as the president of Sisterhood. Welcome to everyone who's on screen with us tonight. First of all, I want to thank Kieran and his family for the candle blessing and the Kiddush. And there's a number of experiences that are happening in the next few days, which are all very exciting, and we want to be sure that you're aware of them. And everything is accessible through our website. I just want to preface it so that, you know, as I announce it, the links for all of these events and activities are available on our website. So First of all is Torah study resuming tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. with Rabbi Shapiro. And then on, I want to do these in date order. On Monday, Lunch and Learn resumes at noon, again with Rabbi Shapiro. Bring your own lunch and Zoom in with him for interesting and studious events. And then also starting on Monday, but going throughout the entire week, we're so excited. We have a brand new sukkah at the temple in the annex parking lot. And we would like to invite everyone and anyone to make a reservation to either have lunch or dinner in our sukkah. You bring your own food. You may also bring whatever it is you choose to hang in the sukkah. But we're very excited about this, but reservations are required so that we can maintain the appropriate social distancing. And then on Tuesday, I'm thrilled to announce that after a 6-month hiatus, Coffee with the Clergy resumes, and that is at 11 o'clock, and you do have to register, and it will be on Zoom, and Sisterhood's so happy that we're going to be able to offer this once again. Also on Tuesday night, we have a Kahila program at 5:30, which is Finding Shelter, Jewish Mindfulness, and how appropriate that we will celebrate the mindfulness of being in the Sukkot at this particular time of the year. So these are all wonderful events that are happening, and like I say, you can find all the links on the website. And then, as Rabbi said, I'm wearing 2 hats tonight. My other hat as the president of Sisterhood, it's my privilege to present to you, Kieran, which you will receive tomorrow, your very own Kiddush cup. And Sisterhood has historically made a presentation to every bar bat mitzvah youth. We want to acknowledge the hard work that you've put in to achieve this milestone. We also want to acknowledge the support that your achieving this milestone has garnered from your family, and we want them to know that we appreciate their support as well. We hope that this will be a meaningful memento of a very special occasion, and that you will enjoy using it in the future for many, many, many years to come. Mazel tov.
Thank you so much, Linda. We appreciate it. It's now also our pleasure to invite Herman Barnathan, who is here representing our men's group tonight. Herman, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom to everybody. Kieran, this has got to be a first for me. I have never presented something to somebody through a TV set.
Computer.
Well, actually a computer. Okay, I'm being corrected. As the representative of the men's group to the Board of Governors, it is my pleasure to present to you the Tanakh, the complete Jewish Bible. It's a fantastic book. You'll receive you'll receive it tomorrow. Rabbi already has it in the synagogue. You'll receive it tomorrow. It's a fantastic book. It can help you with almost any question you have, unless, of course, you want to find out how to get to Mars. That's not in here. Shabbat Shalom to you. Shabbat Shalom to your parents. Mazel tov to all concerned.
Thank you so much, Herman. We appreciate it. This is a time of joy, a time of singing, and we want to welcome Shabbat by singing a new song, Shir L'Adonai, Shir Chadash. Cantor, take it away.
Shiru with me at home, everyone. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Sing unto God all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Sing unto God all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. I will sing unto God a new song.
So, Cantrellani, I think that Jack and Kayla Rubin win the prize for the most swaying back and forth. That was just such a joy. And I think third prize goes to Judy Friedman, who in her own way was swaying back and forth. More prizes to come. Prizes are usually worth 1,000,000 rabbi points. Cantor, how much is 1,000,000 rabbi points worth?
It's about a half a penny.
Wow, okay. Whereas 1,000,000 Cantor points are worth,
A half a penny.
oh, right, okay, all right.
But if you put those together, you have a full penny. It's very exciting.
Right. There are a lot of Bar and Bat Mitzvah students out there who come up to me, or confirmation students who come up to me and say, Rabbi, I've earned 5 million points by this point. But what they don't realize is they've also lost about 10 million points. So, you know, these things, by the time they get to the end of 12th grade, usually even out. That is a perfect segue to our next prayer, which is the Chatzi Kaddish. And this will be led by cantorial intern Liz. Liz, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach hirutei ve'amlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon, uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, bagala, uvizman kariv, v'imeru, amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach, le'olam ulal me'almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal, shemei dekudesha brichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, v'imeru, amen.
Thank you so much. We now rise for our formal call to worship, the Baruch Hu, which will be led by Aliyah.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
We continue with the singing of Shema, and this is another opportunity for all of us to engage within this prayer. So we've been teaching this for the past couple of weeks, but we would love to see some hand motions while we're singing this prayer. So for Shema, we are hearing, we're listening, so we're going to put our hand to our ear. Shema Yisrael, so we're going to point basically to our community. We're including everyone in our community. And then Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad, that God is our God and God is one. So Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Please be seated, everyone. Karen, we now invite you back to unmute yourself to lead us in the V'ahavta.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'chayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha chayom ha'levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha uvleftecha b'derech ושופרך ובקומך, ושרתם לאות על ידיך, וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני Adonai Elohechem, Asher Hotzeti Etchem Me'eretz Mitzrayim, V'hiyot Lechem Elohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Karen, that was fantastic. That was fantastic. Yashar Koach, beautiful job. Friends, in anticipation of our next prayer, the Mecha Mocha, I want to share a teaching that right now is a really, really important one to hear. You see, when the children of Israel crossed the sea, and then the sea came back and closed in on Pharaoh and the enemies, as we learn, they rejoiced, they danced, they were saved. And God came down to them and said, why are you rejoicing when people have died? And Judaism teaches that, well, the response was, but there are enemies. And God said, they're still human beings. And even if they're people that you don't agree with, we don't rejoice, even when our enemy either dies or is not doing well. That's an important lesson with the Mecha Mocha. It's an important lesson for our world right now. We don't rejoice at the suffering of anyone else. And I've seen a lot of rejoicing today at the suffering of people who are very sick. And that's just not right. The Jewish way is to always pray for healing for those who need it. And so the lesson from Mecha Mocha is that we don't rejoice that our enemies suffered, but we rejoice that we persevered and we won. So we are going to continue with the Mecha Mocha, and I believe that cantorial intern Liz is going to be leading us.
Thank you, Rabbi, for that really fitting and timely teaching as we remember to celebrate our freedom and not the suffering of anyone else. Lie, die, 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 lie, die, 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 lie, die, 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 lie, die, 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 die. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדע בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים, זה אלינו ואמרו, זה אלינו ואמרו. Adonai ימלוך לעולם ועד, Adonai ימלוך לעולם לעולם ועד. Join me, lie, 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 yeah, lie, 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 yeah, lie, 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 lie. Yeah, lie, 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 yeah, lie, 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 lie.
Thank you so much, Liz. We're going to continue now with one of the most beautiful prayers. We do it only in the evening. It's called the Ufros Aleinu. And it's a prayer that says, God, cover us with a sukkah, a shelter of your peace. Aliyah.
Thank you. Yes. So, like we've been saying, we love to see the hand movements, right? To know that everybody is participating and involved. So I'm going to quickly teach you some hand movements. We're going to actually build a sukkah with our hands. So a sukkah has 3 sides. So we're going to go up, across, across, and down. And we know it has a backside too. But up, across, across, and down. And then we're going to flip our fingers or hook our thumbs like this and make a bird for peace, shlomecha. So ufros, aleinu, sukat, shlomecha. You got it. All right, let's put it together with the music. Ufros, aleinu, great job. Ufros aleinu, sukkah. build those sukkahs one more time.
So beautiful, Aaliyah. Thank you. We're going to now continue with our Amidah, and Karen will be leading this for us. We invite all who are able once again to please rise.
Adonai Shaphatai Tifta Yufia Gita Hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotinu ve'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanara, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Kanei Hakol, V'Zocher Hasdei, Avot ve'Imachot, Umevi Gula Ibnei B'neihem, Lama'an Shemo ve'Ahava, Melech Ozer Umashiach Umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mekayecha Kol Atah, Rav Lehoshia, Mechotel Chayim Bechesed, Mekayecha Kol Barachamim Rabbi, Somech Noflim Verafeh Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Iminato, Lishanei Alfan, Nichamo Chapal Gevurat, Umido Melech, Melech Nimit, Umechaye, Umat Miach Yeshua, Bene'eman Atah L'chayot Hakol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mekayecha Kol.
Thank you so much, Kieran. We're going to continue with Kedusha for Friday night. Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. And there's a special insertion for tonight for Sukkot. And this is for the Shalosh Regalim, the harvest, the festival holidays. You have a special insertion within the Amidah section. Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, ya'ale ve'yavo ve'yizachez zichronenu, ve'zichron kol amecha beit Yisrael lefanecha, Letova luchenu chesed u'rachamim, lechayim u'shalom, beyom chag hasukot hazeh. Zochrenu Adonai Eloheinu bo letova.
Amen.
Uvokdenu vo livracha.
Amen.
Vehoshienu vo l'chaim.
Amen. Friends, we're going to ask all to be seated once again. And before we go to silent prayer, I'd like to share really a favorite story of mine for Sukkot. I share this every once in a while on Sukkot because it gives us pause to think about life just a little bit differently. Once, long ago, there was a young couple who were truly in love. They decided to be married in the autumn under the canopy of the sukkah. And if you saw Cantrellani's background, that looked both like a sukkah as well as a wedding canopy. And they got married in the presence of all their friends and relatives. This was pre-COVID, of course. When the time came, they invited the ushpizin, that's the Yiddish word for the ancestors, and they said their vows with a full moon peeking through the schach that lined the sukkah roof. After the ceremony, the guests came forth to offer gifts and blessings to the couple. Suddenly, a stranger stepped forward. He had a long, full beard, a lined face, and rumpled clothes. Everyone was puzzled. He must be from another town, they murmured to each other, probably traveling through. But the man spoke to the wedding couple. Because your love is so true, I have a special gift for you. And he held out an etrog that gleamed in the soft light. This is a magic etrog, he said. It contains a wish, but only one wish. So you must use it very wisely and carefully. Don't waste it. The guests stared at the strange man as he continued. The wish must be made in the autumn when the moon is full. Come into the sukkah and speak to the ancestors, the Ushpizin. Then together, agree on your wish before you make it. The strange man handed them the etrog, but before they could thank him, he was gone. They hung the etrog in the center of the sukkah, where the moonlight gave it a special glow. Now it so happened that a greedy man among the guests overheard the story about the magic etrog. That night, he snuck into the sukkah in the wee hours of the morning, stole the etrog, and replaced it with another one that looked identical, but was empty of wishes as the air. On the way home in his wagon, he was so excited thinking about how the etrog would make him rich that he forgot to look where he was going. He drove his wagon off the road and into a mud hole where its wheels became hopelessly stuck. The more he tried to get out, the deeper he sank. Finally, in desperation, he yelled, "My God, I wish I were out of this mess." Instantly, he was on dry land, and the single wish was wasted and gone forever. Meanwhile, the young couple started their life together. When the winter rains came, they brought the etrog into their home to keep it protected throughout the year. In the autumn, they hung it in the center of their sukkah, thinking, of course, that it still contained a wish. Now you gotta understand that etrogs, if you don't take proper care of them, shrivel up and become like a walnut. But if you take good care of them, they look fresh for a very long time. Everything went well for them for a few years. But after a while, their business began to fail, and they had trouble making their ends meet. That year, on the first day of Sukkot, the woman turned to her husband and said, "I think it's time to use our wish. If we could only get on our feet financially, I think everything would fall into place." Her husband agreed. That evening, they went into the sukkah and sat for a while in the stillness. Then they welcomed the ancestors, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, Leah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They invited the spirits of their grandparents and all who had come before them. When they felt their presence, they spoke to the ancestors silently. When it was time to make their wish, they placed their hands on the etrog. The husband spoke, "I've been thinking, maybe if we concentrate on our work and we work together a little harder, we can make a go of it without wasting this wish. We might really need it later." His wife nodded. So that night they ate dinner in the sukkah under the stars without using their wish. From that moment on, they concentrated on working together and working harder until business began to improve. After a time, they were earning plenty of money to get by. A few years passed, and one day the husband said to his wife, "There is only one thing missing from our life." She knew just what he meant, a baby. So again, they entered the sukkah on the full autumn moon and sat in silence. They invited all the ancestors and waited until the sukkah was filled with the holiness of those who came before them. When they put their hands on the etrog, ready to make their wish, the wife spoke up. "You know, I think we should be patient," she said. "Perhaps if we do a little prayer for a child, or perhaps if we think about adoption or surrogacy, maybe we'll be blessed with one. Who knows? We might really need the wish another time." And the husband agreed. And so they looked in many different ways and they finally decided to adopt a child. And eventually they were blessed with a brand new baby. A few years later, another baby arrived through surrogacy, and then another one through surrogacy. The children grew up, and the man and the woman grew old. One day, the wife turned to the husband and said, "I think it's finally time for us to use our wish." He nodded, for he knew the only thing she would wish for, and that was to be young again and to live forever. So they went into the sukkah where that etrog still hung in the glow of the moon. They invited the ancestors and sat quietly with them in the soft light. When they put their hands on the etrog and looked into each other's eyes, they both shook their heads and said, "Not yet." For in the moonlight, they had realized that their love would live forever, just like the spirits of the ancestors. Who knows? Maybe someday we'll really need that wish. Well, they went back in the house and grew older. Eventually, the husband passed away and his wife followed soon after. Their children kept that etrog. And by that time, the etrog was a little bit shriveled. And they passed it on to their children, who passed it on to their children, the door of a door from generation to generation. Many, many years later, when their great-great-grandchildren were decorating the sukkah, one of them opened up a box and the etrog was inside. And she called to her brother, "Look at this old etrog. I think there was some kind of story to it." They passed it back and forth. His sister said, "I remember Grandma told me it was a wedding present to her grandparents. She said it was magic and it had a wish." The great-granddaughter shook the etrog and handed it to her brother. Kind of shook it. He said, "It feels empty. They must have used it up," they laughed. Then he held the etrog to his ear. "Well, this is strange. You can hear something inside," he said, "kind of like a seashell." He handed it to his sister. She held it to her ear. "It sounds like the wind or like whispering voices." His eyes widened. Maybe it still has magic. They hung it carefully in the center of the sukkah. And that night when they invited the ushpizin, the special guests, the sukkah filled with the quiet voices of the ancestors as the etrog shone with the light of the moon. Friends, if you find an etrog this year in the sukkah that you build, perhaps that etrog has some of that magic wish in it. Perhaps you'll decide to make a wish, or perhaps you'll decide, you know what? Perhaps if I work for something and find other ways to accomplish things, I can save that wish for something else. What I'd like you to do now is close your eyes and think about what you most want on this Sukkot, in this new year. And rather than wishing for someone to give it to you or wishing for God to grant it, maybe think about what you might be able to do to help make that wish come true. We're going to take a moment now to pray silently. Aaliyah, I believe you have some music for us.
I do. Please join us in the Hashkivenu, asking God to shelter us with peace. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukkot shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukkot shlomecha.
Thank you so much. Whoops. Thank you so much, Aaliyah. Hi, Eli. Eli, gonna say Shabbat Shalom to everyone? So we're going to continue with our prayer for healing. And as I shared earlier, this Misha Berach, this is for all people. It's for all people. We need healing for our country. We need healing in our leadership. We need healing for one another. And so as we offer the Misha Berach prayer, please put in the chat box people that you're thinking of who could use a little healing at this special moment. This way. Romeo.
Mi sheberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
So Maya and Eli, Ron, can you hold Maya up just a little bit more? They're getting bigger. They're going to be 13 months in a couple of days.
Want to say hi, Maya? Want to say Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach, Maya and Eli?
I think they're a little bit tired. All right, so they're going to go to bed. Bye. Abba, if you can bring them down to bed. Maybe take Maya, I'll hold Eli for just a little bit.
Okay.
Shabbat Shalom. Good night, Maya. Okay. We offer the Misha, we offer the Misha Berach as a prayer for healing, but as this is our Shabbat Shira family service, we also have an opportunity to celebrate life's special moments. And let's see, I think I need my fourth hand over here. We are going to celebrate all those who are having birthdays and anniversaries in the month of October. And Ketelani, I have to say, I think October is the best month to celebrate. Do you agree?
I totally agree.
Because I know some very, oh, here you go. Thank you, Ron. Good night, Eli. I was looking at our list of birthdays and anniversaries today, and it is a very long list. And so I want to, excuse me, Kendra and I are going to offer a special blessing to all the following people. So celebrating birthdays in the month of October: Camille Jaffe, Jeff Siegel, Sarah Bischoff, Gabriel Rubin, Max Varsano, Midori Barash, Risa Larson, Barry Moser, S.B. Reynolds, Ezra Richards, David Watts, Karen Chetri, yay Karen, whose bar mitzvah is tomorrow, Tom Gutman, Sean Levy, Laura Podolsky, and Rabbi Zach Shapiro, that would be me on Monday, Jody Zimmelman, Nasha Lagstein, Jacob Metzinger, Diane Rabin, Dustin Sorotsky, Diana Sudik, Cantor Lonnie Freilich, also on the 7th, Joanne Kahn, Samuel Levy, Abe Malovsky, Rami Shepard, Michael Savitt, Kira Damsker, Lauren Goldfarb, Haley Hindler, Zoe Jaffa, George Shuren Bayless, Sophia Shuren Bayless, Damon Chen, Graham Gaffney, Gary Hoggett, David Jaffa. Am I allowed to say 84? Oops, I just said it. David Mazel Tov on such a milestone. Leah Potok, Beth Serlin, Kristen Sorotsky, Nancy Trachtenberg, Leanna Watts, Milo Altman, Milo, happy birthday, Ira Clark, Elizabeth Zlotowitz, Mrs. Z, Charlene London, and Charlene, to your sister as well, your twin sister.
And we continue with Mimi Kent, Alexa and Ruben Krupat, Karen Marcus, Diana Martin, Tom Brennan, Marley Jordan, Kurt Larson, Jenny Salkin, Alexis Corcus, Lexi, Aviv Mararo, Brooke Taylor, Jonathan Diamond, Noah Silberstein, Alan Hakakian, Diana Hopman, Ruben Lieber, Marley Marshall, Joanne Seltzer, Sarah Rutenberg, Mark Bauer, Wendy Miller, Jack Roper, Lacey Bauer and Max Bauer, Ryder Capel, Philip Feldman, Dana Greenspan, Carol Seidman, Matthew Trabish, Benjamin Gursky, Stephen Levy, Susan Glassman, Beverly Goldman, Bruce Lerner, Evelyn Rosenberg, Arun Chetri Rooney, Marla Corburn, Deborah Olshan, Emmett Quitman, Bradley Holtzman, Michael Lowenstam, Robert Eigner, Penny Choi, Josh Hersher, Diana Hoffman, Andy Phillips, and Peter Schwartz. Wow, what a list. Happy birthday to everyone.
Such a great month to have a birthday, but we also have anniversaries that we're celebrating this month. And so we wish the following a very happy anniversary. Let's see, Hanfan Chow Goffman and Stephen Goffman, Lillian Morris and Dinesh Chetri. I think that's what, like 4 different Chetris celebrating this month. That's awesome. Manami and Avi Fisher, Mandy and Andrew Sewell, Lindsay and Michael Agrisani, Autumn Shurin and Chris Ballas, Marissa and Josh Bernstein, Roz Zackheim and Gail Ducalo, Pamela Weiss, Hakakian, and Alon Hakakian.
And Lacey and Mark Bauer, Laura and Rob Gordon, Sherry Starr and Jerry Weiner, Melissa Sanders and Eric Metz, Daniela and Ruben Lieber, Layla and Paul Rosenberg, Nancy and Herb Trachtenberg, Thelma and Eric Waxman, Lindsay Rosenberg and Daniel Weisinger, Tova and Kurt Larson, and Lori and Randy Hecht. Happy anniversary.
And so we celebrate with you. You are lights, you are treasures, and we would be a much lesser place without your embrace of goodness. So we thank God for giving us life and sustaining us and enabling us to reach this amazing, amazing time.
Aaliyah, do you have our blessing?
I do.
Shehechianu.
Let's do it. That's so much to celebrate. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu l'zman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu l'zman hazeh, l'zman hazeh.
Thank you, Aaliyah. And Rabbi, I'm going to sort of take over a little bit at this point and give the floor to Randy, who has something special that she wants to introduce.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, Randy.
Nice to be here. So we are, of course, celebrating birthdays tonight, and Rabbi Shapiro has a very special birthday on Monday, number 50. So the religious school students couldn't be with you physically this year like we would like, giving you hugs like we would, of course, like to do on Sunday morning. So we decided that the best way to embrace you while we can't be with you physically is through embracing you with our blessings. So we have done 50 blessings for 50 years for Rabbi Shapiro from our religious school students. Tonight we have invited a few kids to share a sampling of those blessings. We couldn't share all 50 tonight. So you're gonna hear a few of them, and then we will present them all to you in a book next week. So if I asked you to come share your blessing tonight, please turn on your camera. And when I call on you, please share your blessing for Rabbi Shapiro. So let's see. We are going to start with actually Indy and Melina.
Happy birthday, Rabbi. May your 50th year be your most special one. Happy birthday, Rabbi. May your year be filled with joy and love.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful.
And next we have the Elkinson family.
Hi. Cece, Gabe, and Rye asked me to say their message that it's really from all of us, that one of the things we love the most about you, Rabbi Zach, is how you make such an effort to know everybody's name and know a little bit about everybody. And one of the things that I love when I'm going to drop off or pick up on Sundays or Tuesdays is seeing you smiling at the top of the steps. It's just so fun to kind of, see you and chat a little bit. And Ken wants to do a special quick performance for you.
Happy birthday for you. I'm not singing it though.
Thank you so much, Elkinsons. That's so sweet. Thank you.
I love it. Sorry, my phone closed. Jacob Lerner.
Unmute. Okay. Rabbi, may you have 50 more years of blessings, good health, love, and happiness. We love you. Love Jacob and family.
Thank you so much, learners. Kim and Jacob, it's so good to see you. And I know that Bruce is there there he is. Hey, Bruce. Thank you so much.
Altman family, Milo and Harper.
May you always have every piece to every Lego set that you ever build.
Happy birthday.
That's awesome. Thank you, Altman family. That's so special. Thank you.
Sadie Newman.
Hey, Sadie. Hey, Craig. I see you. Hey, Monique.
Rabbi, you are a wonderful teacher. You are cool, and I wish for you to have a great birthday, even though it's a strange year.
Thank you so much, Sadie. That goes right to my soul. I appreciate it. Yes, you got it. Thank you.
Kayla and Jack Roper.
Okay, so we have individual blessings from each of us.
She's going first.
Stop it, Jack. From me. May you have a happy and healthy year, and may your children always be a bright light in your life.
Oh, it's me. Come on. May you be happy and healthy, and may you. Okay.
May you be happy and healthy, and may your family stay healthy, and may you and your family live a long and healthy and happy lives.
Thank you so much, Roper family. That means so
She
much.
wrote that.
Thank you.
Coffee family.
Oh no, you gotta move. All right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Abby. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Coffee family. That's just beautiful. I'm embracing your smiles into my heart. Thank you.
And Chloe Moser. Do we have Chloe? Chloe Moser, are you here? They might have had to go because she's little, but let's see. They might have had to sign off. It might have gotten late, but let's check it out. Not sure if they're still on. It looks like they might have signed off. That's just a sampling of our 50 blessings, and you will get the rest delivered next week in a nice little book for you.
Randy, that's so, thank you so much for prepping that, and to all those who shared, thank you. It really means the world to me in every way. Ron is here filming in the background.
Randy, you outdid yourself. This is so wonderful. And to everybody who participated, it is so beautiful. And what a wonderful way to celebrate this amazing person's 25th birthday.
Thank you, Ron. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. It doesn't, 50 doesn't feel like 50, and but you are all my blessings, each and every one of you.
Well, hopefully you feel our embrace, even though we can't embrace you physically.
I very much feel it in my heart and my soul. It's hard to not be crying right now. So thank you. I love all of you. Those of you who shared, those of you who heard, you're each part of, you're each a blessing for me and Ron and our beautiful twins. So thank you.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you. Thank you, Ron. Wow. Okay, I'm a little verklempt. The best thing to do is to get it back to Cantorlani, who is going to introduce our closing prayers.
We're going to continue with the beginning of our closing prayers, the Aleinu. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula leotzer breshit, shelo asanu kage ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, vanachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad Ushemo echad.
We prepare now for the Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish. We offer this reading to begin. There are stars up above. So far away we only see their light long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with the people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways that we remember. We remember first those for whom we are in Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning, including Robert Fox, Art Frankel, and Anna Marie Tesson. If there's anyone else observing Shloshim the first 30 days, if you could please place those names in our box so we can know that you are also in mourning. We also remember those who are observing a yard site at this time, the anniversary of the death. And we'll begin with those who have plaques in our Sue and Jerry Orford Memorial Room. Harry Harris, Gussie Kaminsky, Oscar Levin, and David Tepper. And as I share these next names, once again, if there's someone that you are remembering and it is their yard site, please place that name in our box as well. Morris Brown, Irving Eisenberg, Regina Eisner, Tim Harris, Joyce Jurin, Leo Kassan, Joanne Landsberg, Archibald Leonard, Shirley Levine, George Levitt, Harry Levy, Irene London, Peter Metkovsky, Selma Nathan, Louis Newman, Ellen Norton, Max J. Penner, Clara Pizer, Babette or Bobby Pizer, Elaine Rockman, Goldie Rubin, Jacob Rubin, David Sternfeld, Hannah Trank, Michael Trank, Morris Trank. May their memories always guide us toward goodness as we share together the words of Kaddish Yatom, which is going to come up on your screen. We ask once again, all who are able to please rise. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yamad divrach chorotei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chayei t'chol Beit Yisrael, b'agalahu v'yizman kariv imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach leolam u'almei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal, Shemed Kudasha B'richu, Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata, Damiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim, Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, Hu ya'aseh shalom, Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru amen. May the one who causes peace to be known in the high heavens help us understand that by reaching out to one another, we create peace on earth as well. For all Israel and for all humanity, we say, Amen. Carol, if we can get a gallery view once more before we close. I want to acknowledge Carol Diamond, who is our Zoom master, and she really makes everything so much easier for the rest of us. Thank you to cantorial intern Liz, to Aaliyah, to Cantor Lani. Special thanks to the Chetri family, because Karen, you're going to do just extraordinarily tomorrow. The circumstances are not what any of us imagined, but you know what? You're going to knock it out of the ballpark, and we're really excited to celebrate with you. So let's see, Cantor, do we have a challah, by the way, after our closing song?
We do. We have actually a very special challah tonight, so stay tuned.
Awesome. So we're going to offer, Aaliyah's going to lead us in our closing song tonight, which is going to be a lot of fun. We'll do our motzi and then hang around. We'll turn the YouTube off. We can hang around for a few minutes to just say hi to each other. Aaliyah, you're up.
All right. Thank you all. And thank you for a wonderful service, a wonderful Shabbat. We are going to close with one of my favorite songs to sing for Sukkot. I think you'll recognize the tune of it. It's to Twist and Shout, but we're going to make it all about Sukkot. We're shaking
shaking the lulav now, shaking the lulav up and down, back and forth. We take it into the sukkah now, into the sukkah, and shake it up now, shake it up now. We're smelling the etrog now, smelling the etrog. It smells so good, smells so good. We shake it with the lulav now, shake with the lulav like we know we should, like we know we should. All right, lulav etrog. We're shaking the lulav now, shaking the lulav up and down, up and down. Take it into the sukkah now, into the sukkah, and shake it up now, shake it up now. We're smelling the etrog now, smelling the etrog. It smells so good, smells so good. We shake it with the lulav now, shake with the lulav like we know we should, like we know we should. All right, lulav, lulav etrog. We're shaking the lulav now, up and down. We take it into the sukkah now. Come on and shake it up now, shake it up now. Come on and shake it up now. Come on and shake it up now. Hag Sameach, everybody, and Shabbat
Thank-
Shalom.
Thank you, Aaliyah. And by the way, everyone, I used to have an app on my phone to shake the lulav, but it was decommissioned many years ago and I can't find it anymore. So if anyone out there has an iPhone app that is a shake the lulav app, let me know, because that could really do us good this time of year. Cantor.
All right, so we have a special birthday challah for the rabbi. So we have one of our special homemade challahs with candles. So instead of birthday cake, we have a birthday challah. So everyone, let's put our hands in like we are touching the challah, and let's join together in our blessing. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz, we give thanks to God for bread. Our voices join in happy chorus as our prayer is humbly said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. All right, Rabbi, blow out the candles. Good job. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Right back at you, Cantor. And Shabbat Shalom, everyone.